Good afternoon, everyone. Part of our mission at SpaceCom is to unlock opportunities, drive innovation, and inspire communities to better our planet and humankind. We do this through strategic collaboration and creative partnerships, and I am very excited to announce a new partnership between the Astronaut Memorial Foundation and SpaceCom, where we will be working together to advance our shared vision for the future of human spaceflight and inspiring the next generation of space explorers. It is my privilege today to introduce the Spirit of Space Award, a brand new recognition that will now be presented every year at SpaceCom. This award marks the beginning of what we believe will be a meaningful and impactful partnership that has the potential to unite the celebration of historical achievements with the advancement of new frontiers, ensuring that the past fuels the progress of tomorrow. And now, a video presentation from the Astronaut Memorial Foundation to tell you more about the award and announce this year's recipient.
The Astronaut Memorial Foundation's major mission is to keep the dream alive of those astronauts who have paid the ultimate sacrifice, who've given their lives for human space exploration. The Spirit of Space Award goes to an individual that embodies those traits that are necessary to be a space explorer, a space enthusiast, a space activist, an astronaut, an engineer. It's something that's a unique set of traits in a very unique field. And I can think of no better person that would embody those traits than General Helms.
Susan and I have known each other since way back in the 1980s. We went to graduate school at Stanford together. We both taught at the Air Force Academy. We both attended the Air Force Test Pilot School. And Susan and I went through what we call ASCAN training, which is astronaut candidate training, together back in 1990. She was the type of person that would ask, what is the mission? What is my role in the mission? How can I make this mission succeed? What a dedicated person. I would say the missions that she flew back in the Space Shuttle program and back in the space station were extremely successful because of Susan's diligence and always her focus on getting the job done right.
I was fortunate enough to be a part of the dedication, the groundbreaking for Launch Complex 40. And Susan Helms was integral in making that happen. And access to the range was nearly impossible. And when Susan Helms arrived, it was very clear she was different. She was unique. She had a vision. It was almost like she could see the future. She could see what was about to happen, what's happening now. And had it not been for her vision, we may not be where we are today with this incredible new renaissance of space launch and space exploration.
It's really a pleasure for me to be here and to be able to recognize Susan and thank her for the service to her country, to our country, and to the world for the peaceful exploration of outer space.
Please welcome to the stage daughter of Commander Dick Scobee and board chair of the Astronauts Memorial Foundation, Kathy Scobee Fulgham, and president and CEO of the Astronauts Memorial Foundation, Thad Altman.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's truly an honor to be here today with you all, partially because my dad was the commander of the Challenger on its final mission, and partially because I'm the chair of the Astronauts Memorial Foundation. This organization holds a deep personal meaning for me because it's dedicated to preserving the legacy of our fallen astronauts and ensuring that their sacrifices continue to inspire future generations. Today, I have the privilege of helping present the Spirit of Space Award to an extraordinary leader, astronaut, and visionary Lieutenant General Susan J. Helms. Throughout her remarkable career, Susan has broken barriers, set records, and led with courage and excellence. As the first U.S. military woman in space, she embodies the very spirit of exploration and perseverance that defines our United States space program. Susan's achievements as an astronaut, engineer, and leader have paved the way for countless others, proving that the sky is not the limit, it's only the beginning. Susan's achievement, the Astronaut Memorial Foundation, I want to congratulate her on behalf of the Astronaut Memorial Foundation. I want to congratulate her on this well-deserved recognition. Her contributions ensure that the future of space exploration is built on the strength of those who came before us. Thank you all for being here to celebrate this moment, and congratulations again to Susan.
Hi, I'm Thad Altman, President and CEO of the Astronaut Memorial Foundation. It's such a great honor to be here and a great honor to partner with SpaceCom on this first Spirit of Space Award. So this is our maiden voyage, if you may, and I can think of no better person. You know, when Susan Helms arrived at the 45th Space Wing, then now Space Force, it was clear that things were going to change. And at the time, it was very difficult to even access the range. We look now, and you look at up to 7 launch companies launching and literally bringing rockets back. Amazing. It was Susan's vision. It was the Air Force and the Space Force vision, courage, commitment to really think outside the box and make that happen. She not only has flown in space, she not only was a record holder in terms of space walks, but she truly was a visionary and a manager who made things happen. So I'm excited about recognizing her for her contribution. Unfortunately, she could not be here today, but we have a really good fill-in. Astronaut Bob Cabana is here to accept the award on her behalf. He was center director at Kennedy Space Center longer than any other center director. So I'd like to introduce Bob Cabana here to accept the award on behalf of Susan Helms. Okay. Come on, Captain.
Well, it is a distinct privilege for me to be here and accept this award on behalf of Susan, the very first Spirit of Space Award. I think I can think of no one more deserving than Susan. Since graduating from the U.S. Air Force Academy in 1980, the very first class to allow women, she's excelled at every assignment that she's taken on. After earning her master's in aeronautics and astronautics at Stanford, she went on to U.S. Air Force Test Pilot School, where she was a distinguished graduate and awarded the R.L. Jones Award for Outstanding Flight Test Engineer. It was a no-brainer when she was selected in the 1990 astronaut class, flying 4 space shuttle missions, as well as the Expedition 2 crew to the International Space Station, the second crew to go up and live on the space station. Now, if you look back on those first crews to the International Space Station, you're going to notice something. The first 4 crews were all active duty military astronauts. And there's a reason for that. I was chief of the astronaut office when they got assigned. And this was back in 1997. And Susan didn't fly that mission until 2001. The service module was delayed. This was a huge undertaking that these folks had to take on. They had to learn Russian. They had to spend a significant amount of time training in Russia. And I knew that a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force wasn't going to say no to a Marine colonel when asked to take on a challenge. And Susan did, and did an absolutely outstanding job. That wasn't the end of her career, though. After 12 years at NASA, Susan then went on back to the Air Force. And as a colonel, returned to the Air Force, and in 2006 was promoted to Brigadier General and assigned as commander of the 45th Space Wing and director of the Eastern Range, Patrick Air Force Base, Florida. It was here that those living on the Space Coast got to see firsthand Susan's exceptional leadership in innovative thinking as she set in motion the commercialization of space at the Cape, enabling the first launch of SpaceX off Pad 40, a remarkable effort that is paying huge dividends today. She went on to assignments of much greater scope and responsibility, reaching the rank of Lieutenant General, and was assigned as the commander of the 14th Air Force, where she led a team of more than 20,500 personnel responsible for providing missile warning, space superiority, space situational awareness, satellite operations, and space and launch range operations. But Susan's service to our nation didn't end then. After retirement from the Air Force, in addition to being an expert advisor for the Aerospace Corporation and serving on a number of boards and panels, Susan currently serves as the chairman of NASA's Aerospace Safety Advisory Panel, ensuring the safety of NASA's spaceflight programs. I talked with Susan on Monday, and she was very regretful that she couldn't be here to accept this award in person. And she wanted me to make sure that I knew that this really meant a great deal to her, and she is most appreciative and honored. She also wanted me to let you know that she realizes that nobody in our business achieves anything on their own. They do it as part of an amazing team, and Susan said she was pleased to be part of two amazing teams, both the United States Air Force and NASA, and it's our teams that make our space programs great. The committee made an absolutely excellent choice in the selection of Susan Helms for this first-time award. She truly exemplifies all the criteria of the Spirit of Space Award. So on behalf of Susan, her sincere thanks for this honor, and she looks forward to seeing all of you in the future, in person in the future someday. Thank you.